Joe Hopkins here. Today I'm recording just on the handy cam here. I don't have the microphone hooked up or nothing because it occurred to me, people have asked me, how many instruments do you own and how many instruments do you play, right? And that's a good question. So if the lighting goes like in and out, I've got a light up, but you know, we're moving around. I'm on the handy cam because we got to move around for this because I can't just pile them all up and sit down, and it just ain't going to happen. We could start at the beginning here. Let's get around the thing. Here I got my Harley Benton 12-string acoustic. What? Yeah, there's a pick in it. Nice guitar, right? That's honestly a nice guitar. I've got my Harley Benton Delta Blues acoustic. I've got my Rogue Resonator. Yeah, Spider Bridge Resonator. It's the round neck one. I've got my Fender 12-string acoustic. It doesn't have all 12 strings on. I got it done up like a 6-string because it won't hold all 12 strings, because if you're going to buy an acoustic guitar, hate to say it, don't buy a Fender. Great electric guitars. This is junk. I've got my Yamaha Classical. Yamaha makes great stuff. That's the old C40. That's my wife's classical guitar. Let's see, what else do I have? I got stuff piled up everywhere. I've got my, let me see if I can, let me just turn this around. I've got my Ada Banjo, Ida whatever. It's a Japanese company. There's the SX Telecaster that I just did a review on not that long ago. Just bought that one. We've got my Rogue Spider Bridge Square Neck Resonator. That's the old square neck one. You can see I've got a lot of stuff. Right down here I've got a harp. 10-string harp. I think it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 10-string harp. And yes, I play all of these to some extent or another. Some better than others. Baritone ukulele. If you play guitar, this is tuned just like the top 4 strings of a guitar, just a little bit lower. So it'd be D, G, B, E. Just, you know, lower. I've got a Eucalyn. I did a video on that before. Those, they stopped making those sometime in the 60s. They were real popular in the 20s and 30s. I kind of figured out how to play it a little bit, but in all honesty, the strings are old and rusty, and it is expensive to restring those. So, not really trying to do that. Let's see what else we got. I've got another ukulele. Yeah, just like a regular ukulele. A nice one. I like it. That was given to me. We'll set that aside. I've got the first fiddle I ever bought. That is a nice one, to be honest with you. It is not a full-size one. I think it's a half-size violin, but it sounds really good. I've used it to record before, back when I played the fiddle more than I do now. If y'all watched any of my videos about my fiddles, you'll know I don't practice as much as I should. I also have my Harley Benton electric violin. That's pretty nice. And because I had a half-size violin, I wanted a full-sized one. So let me try to maneuver things around here, because you can see there's a bunch of stuff in here. So I got to maneuver it all around. I got my full-size Harley Benton violin. Yeah, it's velcroed in there, so it's muted. But it's a pretty good violin, if you play the violin, which I only kind of do. Let's see what else we got. We got another ukulele. That is way out of tune and kind of beat up. This is my wife's ukulele. We used to use that live a lot. She's used it a lot over the years. I've got my high-low ukulele, which is pretty nice. I like it. Sounds good. Frets could use a little bit of work, but overall it's good. I've got my M-Audio keyboard, 88-key keyboard. I'm not going to drag it all the way out, but it's plugged into the computer, you know, for recording. There we got the IYV Les Paul. I love that guitar. There's my Sensonics Acoustic. I used to use that a lot when my wife and I would play at different places. Let's see, what else have I got here? I've got a bunch of stuff. Because when people ask me how many instruments do you have, yeah, that's a big question, bud. We got a glockenspiel, which I can kind of make sounds with. I'm no expert, but sometimes you really want a certain sound when you're recording, and how else do you get that sound? You know what I mean? A good glockenspiel. Can't beat that. I've got my Franciscan classical guitar. That's the oldest guitar I have here. I've owned that since, well, it might not be the oldest. I think my Harmony Electric is older, but I've owned this one the longest. Got that in '91. Let's see, I've got that kit 3-string. Yeah, you can get these for like, I don't know, $20 or $30 on Amazon. Put it together yourself, which is pretty fun. There's my dad's old guitar. That is a Sakova. And it was really nice once, but you can see he like tried to bolt the fretboard back on to the neck. It is falling apart. It was a really good sounding guitar, and even when the neck started to separate, I was still using it for slide, but it's gotten to the point where, I don't know, I might have it fixed someday. Who knows? Let's see, what else have we got around here? I've got my Cozart lap steel. It's got one single coil pickup, 6-string lap steel guitar. Sounds pretty cool. I don't play it that much, but it sounds cool. What else have we got? I've got an old mandolin, A-style mandolin. It is, you can see there's no bridge, there are no strings on it, the neck is starting to come away from the body. I did a repair video on how to fix the fretboard, like reattach it or reattach the neck. I think it was the neck. But the fretboard is also coming apart. It's very old. I don't know how fixable it is at this point, to be honest with you. If I could fix it, I think I'd fix it. It sounded great once upon a time. I've got, take a look at that case. That's an awesome guitar case. I've got my Xavier Acoustic. Love this guitar. That's like one of the best acoustic guitars I've ever played. They make really good stuff. So let's latch that back up so I can move it to look at my other guitar underneath it. Ugh. There we go. Check it out, man. Got my sticker on there. Slowpoke Rodriguez, baby. Anyway, that's my Wolf WLP. That is an amazing electric guitar. It really, really is. I love that thing. One of my favorite guitars. So, let's see what else we have here. Moving around, trying to... I've got this one. That is a Fiddle. It's like 1/8 size, 1/4 size, something like that. I bought for my kid. What was it? Start Tone, I think? Not a terribly good fiddle. Won't stay in tune. Kind of crap. Let's see what else we have here. Got a collection of various harmonicas in different keys. C, A, E, D, and G. You gotta have some good harmonicas. Especially, like I said, my wife and I used to do folk music. Gotta have harmonicas. Right? I've got my Harley Benton. Let me turn this around again. There's a Harley Benton. That's the SC Custom FR with the Floyd Rose. Right behind it's my Harley Benton kit guitar. That's their DC kit, like, you know, SG style. Which I did in yellow. Pretty cool. There's my Firefly FFLP. Nice guitar. Really dig it. Xavier Telecaster. Also a really great guitar. They're all great guitars. Very few of these, would I say, aren't that good. You know, got the Harley Benton 7-string and the Ibanez 7-string right next to it. Almost the same guitar. The Ibanez has better pickups, and you can split the coils. It's a 5-way switch instead of a 3. But they're both 7 strings. They're pretty similar and they're both pretty damn good. There's my Hard Luck King's Bombshell. That's my Strat style guitar. Right behind it with all the stickers, that's my Harmony. Right, I've had that, bought that in 95, 94, 95, something like that. It was made in the 80s. Really good guitar. It's held up amazing over the years. Those old Harmonies were made good. There's my Squire J Bass. Done a lot of recording with that. Absolutely love it. And right behind it's my Harley Benton 5-string PJ. You can see it's got the PJ pickups. Also really great guitar. You can see the purple one behind that's my Groat jazz guitar. Hollow body. And you got 2 mandolins. This one my wife bought and the bridge was broken. I replaced the bridge. It's an Asheville, which is like a kind of a beginner's model, inexpensive thing, but sounds good. That's my Aria mandolin. Really good one. I need to replace the tuners. The tuning pegs are starting to break off. So my Harley Benton Banjo. It's an open back banjo. Right here is the V-shaped one. That's the kit guitar I just did a couple of videos on, painting it and all that. That's that Beck's Gears kit. Here's my Glary Burning Fire. Pretty good guitar, definitely, for $100. You kind of can't beat that price. And let's see, I think that's all-ish of like all the instruments that I have in my studio anyway. I have a piano out in the living room. I'm not taking you out there because the place is a mess and all the kids' toys are all over the piano and all in front of it. And she has my old keyboard in her room and that junior drum kit we bought. It's like, you know, a kid's drum kit. Pretty cool stuff, you know. Most parents, they don't want to get their kids a drum kit. I bought my kid a drum kit, right? And she doesn't play it that much, unfortunately. I was hoping maybe we'd have a drummer for our band, you know. But I'm looking around and trying to think if that's it, and I think that's it. Other than a pile of microphones and sound equipment and things like that, have one other thing. Just one other thing, and that is everybody needs a tambourine. And of course you got the praying hands. Once again, you know, me and the wife, we did a gospel folk act back in the day. Gotta have the, you know, the tambourine. You're into folk music. So, set that over here. And I think that is about everything I have back here. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I mean, I'm sure you can see I have a lot of instruments and a ton of guitars, but a bunch of other stuff too. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm looking around. I'm trying to think because I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Anyway, yes, I did forget something. First, can't forget the little thumb piano, the kalimba. Yeah, we got like 3 of these. This one's mine, and we have a couple for my kid. Anyway, don't want to forget that. But, more importantly, more cowbell. I can't forget the cowbell, because, you know, more cowbell. More cowbell. I hope you guys like checking out all the cool stuff. I've done reviews on most of the stuff. You can check out my reviews playlist here at the end and go through it and just see what there is on there. Most of these I've done reviews on, and you can find them on there. And I'll see you all in the next video, alright? Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.